rebuttal. Yes, sir. The defendant testified, and as he was standing up, he had his victim's hand in his own, like a present. That's what he told you. I would like to now read you a portion of Zane Gray's testimony. Can you tell if the victim was upright, laying down, or in some other position when the fatal shot was fired? Given the relative paucity of blood on the gun, the small amount of blood in the sleeve, and the absence of any blood in the shooter's hands, plus the fact that backspatter will travel faster and farther backwards and sideways rather than straight up in the air and backwards, which is against gravity, I would say that it's more likely that the victim was face down than standing up at the time the fatal shot was fired. Let's talk about stories. They tell you that Edith Morningside has bias. But when you read that 911 transcript, you will see she's not even sure who that person was. She told you he was laying flat on the ground, just as Zane Gray's testimony confirms. And Miss Morningside stood before you and she showed you exactly what she saw. She was hunched over, she was pointing the gun. And what counsel failed to read to you a moment ago is the exact words Zane Gray used when talking about that distance. Distance was about 1.5 feet, give or take. There was no certainty what was said. He showed you this exhibit. What you can see from this exhibit is that there is no blood on the defendant's hands. What you can see from this exhibit is that this white shirt was spattered in blood. And as you remember from the defendant's words, he washed the blood from his hands. Before calling 911, which he didn't even do, he got rid of evidence. And that white shirt had blood on it. He took it off, threw it in the back of his closet. Intent. Physical evidence. Eyewitness testimony. Counsel said that the only evidence we have is a story from Edith Morningside. Well, no. You don't only have her testimony. You have her 911 call she gave when she wasn't sure who that person was and detailed out exactly what she was seeing and exactly what happened first. The gunshot or the collision. And you have physical evidence that shows there was no deviation to that shot, that it was fired with a straight hand. And though they would have you believe he was bull rushed by his wife, that shot fired straight into the back of that man's head. Find him guilty.
Before we tally our scores, I'd like to give a round of applause. What we're going to do, folks, we're not going to take a break. The judges are just going to tally their scores and hand their sheets down, and we'll take it from there. So just hang tight for about a minute or two, and we'll do it.
Oh, okay.